The film 2001: A Space Odyssey was directed by Stanley Kubrick in 1968. The film is a staggering 2 hours and 44 minutes long. 2001: A Space Odyssey was also a 1968 science fiction novel by British writer Arthur C. Clarke. It was developed concurrently with Stanley Kubrick's film version and published after the release of the film. Clarke and Kubrick worked on the book together, but eventually only Clarke ended up as the official author. While the novel, developed by Clarke and Kubrick at the same time as the film, is more straightforward than the film, several events are different than the film. In 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick keeps dialogue to a bare minimum and relies on visual and musical scores to deliver one of the greatest and well-known openings in film history. According to Vagrant and his online film journal, the basis for the background of the film is that billions of years ago, during the creation of the universe, a group of beings came into existence known as the Firstborn. Their sole purpose is to be the caretakers of the universe. These beings have the jobs of encouraging new species throughout the universe to develop and to end issues before they get out of control. To accomplish these tasks, the Firstborn invented what humans ended up calling monoliths. These are matte black rectangular prisms. These monoliths somehow have the ability to advance species. Around the year 4 million BCE, 4 monoliths were placed in the universe. The first of these is on Earth, specifically prehistoric Africa, near a tribe of apes. The monolith that appeared at the dawn of man is either affected the primates by causing them to use tools or was there to witness the beginning of tool use. This is symbolized by the bone that is thrown in the air before a match cut to a satellite. The Dawn of Man sequence has about 105 shots, and these shots last an estimated average of 8.5 seconds. In this legendary group of shots, editing is used to create connections in the viewer's mind. According to Looking at Movies, editing is the selection and arrangement of shots and sounds. Film editors determine what you see, how long you see it, and the order in which you see it. Film editing has 5 primary functions: to organize fragmented action and events, to create meaning through juxtaposition, to create spatial relationships between shots, to create temporal relationships between shots, and to establish and control shot duration, pace, and rhythm. In the Dawn of Man scene, just a series of images shows us the landscape, how long the creatures have been there, the animals' relationships, the food sources available, and the harshness of the environment. Each image builds off the last and provides new information. According to Suresh Sudhakaran in their online film journal, the food chain is shown to the viewers in a sequence of shots of dwindling resources and the conflict over dominance and territory between the apes and the tapirs. In the next consecutive series of shots, we are introduced to the villain apes who look down upon the hero apes. This foreshadows the power dynamic. Furthermore, Kubrick does not complicate the action or change the angle of the shot. We are ensconced within the 180-degree rule so we can clearly see which side is which. The next morning, the apes awaken and the monolith appears. The apes seem agitated by the monolith and unaware how to perceive or acknowledge this new and unnatural intrusion in their life. It's then cut to a low-angle shot of the monolith and looking up with the sun and moon above it. Again, it's established the power structure. This monolith, as it has arrived from an even higher place, it is not even from this world. Also, additionally, by match cutting with the monolith and the ape learning to use a weapon out of the skeletal remains, our brain subconsciously pieces these two elements together with the help of music. After an ape discovers that bones can be used as a tool and weapons, he throws one victoriously in the air. As the bone spins in the air, there is a match cut to a much more advanced weapon, which is an orbiting nuclear weapon satellite. Ultimately, this match cut in the film is a great example of editing because it helps draw a connection between the two objects as examples of primitive and advanced tools, and serves as a neat summary of humanity's technological advancement up until that point. Scenes like this can be compared to the film Great Gatsby, when the main character is shot looking at something, and the shot transitions to his wife's with her legs spread, transitioning once again to her husband's face, which now seems as though he's expressing lust for her. This is the Kuleshov effect, in which meaning comes from the interaction of two sequential shots. More viewers derive more meaning. Both scenes in both movies have great uses of editing in their films.